Hey, this is the Backyard Road Trips podcast. I'm Zack.
I'm Jim. We're missing one. Supposed to be someone else here.
I thought Drew from Drew's Honeybees was going to be here, right? So we're supposed to have Drew here.
Drew's supposed to be here.
Mm-hmm. So he was cooking an omelet at 5:30. So that was 5:30. So I'm sorry you're going to be a little bit late. That's fine.
Had an omelet emergency.
Yeah,
he cannot wait. I need.
Let me know
omelets.
his ear was hurting him.
Yep.
So then he had to go to his parents' house, live right down the street from my parents, less than a minute drive. Walk would probably be 2 minutes. And we were going to go there together, I think, on the way here. He calls at 6:20, saying he was going to come here. No, go to my parents' house at 6:30 after he stopped there. 6:35 he shows up. And he said that his ears were hurting so badly that he was going to the urgent care or the emergency room if that wasn't open.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he's allegedly coming still.
Yep. We just got a text, but we do have 2 piles of dirt right here.
We have 2 piles of dirt. So he wants us to try
Mm-hmm.
a couple of things. He requested this episode.
Requesting the episode.
Yeah.
So requesting this episode. So we have, my take is this is cinnamon, right? I've never really eaten or ingested of any kind, just a random substance in a container. When someone tells me, hey, go eat this. So with any Backyard Road Trips aficionados that might get the Easter egg back in season 3, Drew, last time he was on, really was into the idea of having us taste different ingredients. An all-natural ingredient versus a manufactured, processed, whatever that might be, ingredient, and see if 2 dumbasses like ourselves could tell the difference. I don't know.
You want to go for it?
I mean,
all right.
Yeah, so I think we just bottoms up on this.
All right. We have also, it's good that he's coming because we don't actually know what is what here.
Yeah.
There's one in a large plastic container, one in a small glass container. Cinnamon covered raisins, naturally the best ingredient to test cinnamon on.
All right. We have to do one then the other, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And this smells like nothing.
Mm.
So immediately I think the organic thing is nothing. I'm going to go in for this.
All right. We'll have to do the same one. So we, yeah, there's no scent on this whatsoever. Could be.
No.
Do you like it?
It tastes like a raisin. I get a little bit of cinnamon, but.
You're right. I just taste raisin. I taste raisin. I'm guessing this is the organic one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm just going for. Take that
So
back.
if you were going to replicate this, though, if you were selling a product like Jim's flavored toothpaste,
What kind of
if
taste
this is the non-organic, wouldn't you want the taste to come through? Oh wow! Even smelling a pinch in your hands,
Yeah.
smells good.
I'm definitely got more cinnamon, way more cinnamon
Wow.
than that. Well, I mean, it's hands down. I think
Yeah,
that one tastes better.
yeah, totally.
It's more pronounced.
Mm-hmm. But
Right.
how would you make it shine through? If we're correct, if we're correct with
We're saying that the organic one was the one that we can't taste now.
or smell.
And you're saying, how do you make that something that people can taste?
Yeah, well, if it's like your ingredient says, Jim's famous toothpaste has,
Organic cinnamon.
it's like great. It tastes like mint, or it tastes like whatever toothpaste naturally in its natural form tastes like. Like, how do you do that?
One thing that I'm noticing is what we think is the artificial bucket
Yeah,
has a lot of cinnamon in there. This one has
Yeah.
nothing in there. Well, I don't know. I mean, both raisins are covered, but maybe
so
that's
how is it that is the viscosity, what's viscosity even mean?
like
The surface area of a liquid, surface tension of a liquid.
Surface tension's close.
Okay, that probably doesn't really apply in this
To a
situation.
powdered form, I don't know.
Or like when you're covering something with cinnamon, would that the cinnamon per square nanometer of raisin, you know what I mean? Like,
I think you're saying that there's not the same content of cinnamon on the organic one than there is on the.
or has it just absorbed?
But even if it did absorb, we still ate the whole thing. So like, why didn't we get all of it?
That's true. You're right. That's true. If it was in there, you'd still get more of a cinnamon burst.
Hopefully. Yeah, I don't know.
We have a lot of questions to be answered.
Yeah, he needs to get his ass here.
I know.
He's got to answer for this.
Mhm.
It would be wild if it turned out that the organic one was the one that we think is not organic.
Yeah, I mean that's it's kind of what we're looking at, right?
Yeah.
And seeing if we're right or he's right or we're wrong.
We should have him tell us first, because he will put us both in headlocks until we pass out if we don't correctly blindly pick the organic one.
Right. So that's what we've got so far. Now, do you like cinnamon as a scent?
Yeah.
Or not a scent or a taste?
Yeah, I suppose so. Good in applesauce.
Yeah.
Good in candles.
Like
pumpkin beers.
So the cinnamon that we tried in the pumpkin beers, it'd be, I think we were seeing a pumpkin spice or pumpkin flavor.
Yeah.
But some of them were made with real pumpkins.
Right.
So if this was the case, how do they do that? How do they put the real pumpkin? How does that shine through in the product you're going to make?
Maybe higher concentrations of it or something.
Yeah, but just more. So if I was going to eat that, I wonder if I was going to eat that whole jar of organic. If we think that's the organic one, am I going to get more, concentration of cinnamon that way? I don't think so. I think it's going to be still more raisin, because you're still having cinnamon.
Yeah, I think you're right.
With it.
I don't get it. Maybe the reason there's not so much in here is because he refuses to buy cinnamon that's in any form other than organic. Okay. And so he didn't have any. And so this is actually the commercial.
Yeah.
And so he's got plenty of the good stuff, and that's why the good stuff's really overfloweth over here.
I see.
That's one possible suggestion. I don't know, man. I'm gonna go in for another one. They look like wrinkled little balls, don't they?
Yeah, they look kind of gross. They look like yeah, like that, or like some kind of seed, like old seed you see on the on a trail. Yeah, raisins are kind of gross looking, but more so when they're doused in cinnamon down the hatch. No, a little tiny cinnamon, but not
more of a, I don't want to say dirt, but dirt type of the texture for sure.
Yeah, it's like a dusty raisin.
Yeah, dusty raisin. Sounds like a
dusty roads, dusty
something
raisins.
You got to pay for,
right?
You know, dusty raisin over at Juicy the other day. Is raisins the best vessel for cinnamon tasting? I don't know, but
because raisins have a scent. I mean, not a scent, a taste themselves.
Right.
So would it be like a
French? It should have been a French toast.
Yeah, a piece of bread with cinnamon and sugar.
Well,
not sugar, but just cinnamon.
Okay.
Now we have to wait for him to come here. Hello.
Hey, am I interrupting?
No.
Hey, I'll be there in like 2 minutes.
Oh, excellent. We just tried our cinnamon.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
You don't know what is what, do you?
We're waiting for you to tell us.
Yeah, we have a guess. We have a hypothesis. Should we wait till you get in here?
Oh, you're on the air now?
Yeah, of course we are. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad I kept it clean. Cool.
Oh, don't worry.
I'll see you in a bit, Toots.
Okay. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, first, welcome. Now
yeah, welcome.
Yeah.
He's
we're doing it?
Yeah, we're doing it.
Hey. All right.
We're doing it live. So we're thinking of this taste test here.
Yeah, I put a lot of cinnamon on. I wanted to not make it a subtle thing.
We think that the plastic container is the non-organic.
It's the commercial.
Well, okay, so they're just they're two different species. There is a Cinnamomum verum, also.
So
called,
we're not even they're both organic.
No, one is not. But that's not what we're tasting. I don't think you could taste that. Well, maybe you could, but.
Explain to us what we're doing today.
So this is a botanical taste test. You are tasting true cinnamon and a botanical variety, a species that is not cinnamon, but U.S. Regulators accept as cinnamon.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll call one organic and one
one
commercial.
Is Cinnamomum verum and one is Cinnamomum cassia.
Did you catch it?
Casio. They
Casio.
make keyboards.
You want to do a taxonomy lesson?
That's right. You can take your medicine while you're talking.
Genus and species.
That's
Do I
right.
sound different?
King you sound like James Earl Jones. Pretty sexy, actually.
Do any voiceovers?
King Philip came over from Great Spain, right? Kingdom.
Riveting.
Kingdom, phylum, class. Kingdom, phylum, class. King Philip came over. What's an O?
Oh, order.
Order. I wouldn't have remembered order. King Philip.
And there's a lot of others can be like
Order.
interjected, like infra order and.
Oh yeah, I don't know the infra order.
I actually don't know the acronym.
Pestilence.
King from
frogs.
From order phylum. No.
F.
Kingdom phylum.
I don't know this
Philip
acronym.
Came
I would love to learn it.
So it's a order F would be what?
I don't know.
Family.
Family. Yeah, you
Oh,
got it.
yeah,
Family.
that is.
And then genus and species.
Never let it be
Genus
said.
and species. Yeah.
Genus is like my favorite kind of Trivial Pursuit.
Penis.
See, they tell you don't learn anything in school.
I said you should go on Jeopardy.
That's
I would love to learn that acronym. King
Yeah.
Philip, what?
came over from Great Spain.
Cool.
You win at Jeopardy if you just get that memorized.
I'm sure they give us time to like sound it out.
Right.
King. Wait.
Mhm. Right. Hey, good to say it out loud too. So which one is the one that's true cinnamon, and which one is the one that's the FDA allows you to put in Jim's toothpaste?
Well, I want to hear some adjectives first. Tell me about adjectives on that. On the
this one, which
is
is
in
in
a glass jar.
glass jar,
Dusty.
dusty dirt. Dusty.
Rose.
Can't taste any cinnamon in it.
Okay.
Really
Yeah.
get nothing with it.
More raisin than
More
cinnamon.
raisin than cinnamon.
Mm-hmm.
This one
Is like
far and away.
smell, the taste, so the nose and the nose and the
palate,
the
if you
palate,
will.
yeah,
The
the palate.
Yes, everything about this. is
Definitely
cinnamon.
more pungent. Yeah.
Yes.
So we just assumed that this would
That's
be
the-
a commercial version of cinnamon, and this would be the
Mhm.
whatever words you want me to use to describe
The Casio and the
Casio
phallus.
and the phallus. Yes.
So which one do you think is genuine cinnamon verum, true cinnamon?
Probably this
that.
because we couldn't taste anything.
Yeah.
You are correct. You are correct.
Yeah.
Jim
Yeah.
prefers.
No, I'm going to be the first one of the headlock now.
Right,
Because
yeah.
it's gonna.
Yeah, no, I
I've
was
been
hoping-
learning arm bars.
It is. Yeah, it is a more subtle flavor.
Mhm.
The cassia tends to be more. Well, what do you find cassia? You like cassia?
No,
So which one do you like better?
we like this one.
Yeah, that's cassia.
Yeah.
This is
And you're supposed to snort,
fake
right?
one,
Well, I mean,
FDA
it's not.
one. This is FDA one.
Okay, my thing is it's not botanically, historically, and even like culturally. And cinnamon cinnamon was a driver of wars and the migrations of peoples and creation of mythology. And cassia is just another species. It is within the same genus, but yes, cassia is a stronger taste.
Were the
and they
people
are the same.
fighting these wars aware of these differences?
It's like you could have just gone over there and get those cassia plants.
Yeah,
That
it's like,
would've
hey,
been-
dummy.
I don't know, but like the cinnamon wars were like big
Isn't that a
Colo-
Neil Young
colonial-
song, Cinnamon War?
impetus for the
Impotent?
Cinnamon girl.
Yeah, Cinnamon War.
cinnamon girl. Oh.
Oh, okay.
So where were the Cinnamon Wars fought?
By
Captain
Portugal
Crunch
and Netherlands
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
in like Sri Lanka
In Sri Lanka.
for control of the cinnamon trade.
This is
When was this?
I should be able to tell you. I don't know.
Last week.
the...
They just had an uprising, I heard. So
Sri Lanka's had some
was that over the
authoritarian
cinnamon?
creep. Yeah.
all about cinnamon. So yeah,
Yeah. See, it all comes back.
right. The spice trade. It's also
Is that part of the spice trade?
Oh, very much so.
It's funny. It's also my favorite
I
channel.
mean, that was they were huge. Like the Dutch East India Company.
right? Yeah,
That was primarily going after cinnamon.
go in there, and now we have it in our hot little hands.
So did they grow in different areas, and that's why the difference is so profound between the two?
Yeah. Like 90 some odd % of cinnamon verum is grown in Sri Lanka, which is why a synonym for the genus and species Cinnamomum zeylanicum, Ceylon.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ceylon.
Ceylon.
Yeah,
Ceylon. Yeah. I've mispronounced
Favorite crayon.
Ceylon. Isn't that
Greeny teal.
Ceylon, which
it's like a Christopher Cross. Christopher Cross. So, if you're making your products, which do you use?
we use verum.
Verum. Okay. So, how would that translate in getting the cinnamon?
This is a big Zack question.
Yeah, this is a big Zack. Not
So
a
we
little
don't
Zack
use
question.
the cinnamon itself. We use
Extract.
yeah, it's a very fancy extract.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a supercritical CO carbon dioxide.
Mm.
Carbon dioxide supercritical. And there's a fascinating bit of chemistry, a little far afield.
Okay. So, taking that, is it able to get the same cinnamon qualities in it as you would the cinnamon cassia?
Well, that's probably a subjective assessment.
Mhm.
It's to the American consumer, cinnamon is Cinnamomum cassia
Mhm.
because of the increased cost of Cinnamomum verum.
Right.
In other countries, Mexico's a big importer. France is a big importer of Cinnamomum verum. Mexico uses it a lot in a lot of their mole culinary delights. France, they have a long storied culinary history. And what was the question?
Oh, just saying that, like the actual flavor, it's the cinnamon, the quality that the consumer thinks is cinnamon. How does that come through into the product?
It's a very minor scent. And the only reason for that is we would love to make a cinnamon lip balm. We can't do so because cinnamaldehyde, the primary fragrance compound in cinnamon, is a potent skin sensitizer.
Oh, really?
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Burn your lip off.
If you use it undiluted, it would irritate your skin. Yeah.
That could be your new line of things, skin irritants.
Yeah.
So
let's go the opposite direction.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna do it, let's market the hell out of it.
Right. You can do like fish flavored lip balm, like different things like that.
Yeah.
That could be kind of go
All on that market.
crap. Yeah.
So what got you into wanting to try this for your products?
That's just what I had accessible. I want to do another one with vanilla and vanilla flavor.
Yeah.
And I think that one would be you'd hone in on real quick. I just don't have any vanilla flavor at the moment. I just have some cinnamon. I got a great cinnamon guy. I just had some cinnamon. And so I went to the store today and bought some, what I believe is cassia. It's crazy to me that you don't have the jar. They don't have to label it. It's in body care. You have a pretty strict labeling regimen where you have to name like the plant by genus and species.
Really?
You have to get very specific. And in food, there's no, on the jar I had for some labeling exclusion had no ingredient declaration on it. So it might have a little sugar in it or something. I really don't know. It said like ground cinnamon. And what that is, there was no like legally binding labeling on it, like an ingredient declaration.
Because it definitely has more qualities of like a cinnamon toast crunch.
Yeah.
Or
cinnamon toast crunch, I'm sure, has cassia in it.
Right. Or cinnamon if you're having like some kind of like holiday cookie or something like that has cinnamon.
Is it possible to make the Vera as intense? Like so because like I think that for us it was like one was really subdued and one was really overpowering. So like maybe it wasn't a fair
so they were in the same amount. It was like 20 grams of raisins and half a teaspoon of cinnamon.
Really?
So yeah.
Well, I mean the one jar. I mean this one it's got tons of dust in it, and this one has almost nothing in it.
There's a lot of dust. Yeah, I mean it wasn't perfect, but
but I wasn't being critical. I just meant like it. We suspected that maybe
a little bit up your nose.
Yeah, we did snort a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
Very
real tough getting up there, but go down the other.
Where there's a will.
Okay, so what have you concluded with your research here?
So I should have asked you for more like adjectives. So I don't know. I guess
we got more raisins here. We'll pass them around.
Yeah.
Even though I know.
Yeah, you should. Well, here's what you should be doing: is telling us what we should be looking for, like any kind of.
So there should be a more subtle.
It is subtle.
Slightly, maybe a little sweeter, more candied. I don't know if raisins were the best call.
Yeah, because the raisins. I don't know. I said this before. I didn't know if the sweetness was from the cinnamon or from the raisin.
I got an idea. Suck on a raisin.
This should be
no, being serious.
More pungent. That's a good idea.
Suck on the raisin.
Be kind of earthier, more bitter, and but or scent is subjective. How you perceive scent. Then I'm inferring that.
Try sucking on it first.
Taste is as well.
I'll suck on
Yeah, the sweetness there comes from the raisin. There's not when you're just letting it dissolve. It's definitely a thicker consistency too for me. Has less overall taste than this.
I just don't get a lot of flavor. It does seem balanced.
Mm-hmm.
So another thing, and the EU has much more scientifically informed regulation than we do in the States, just reflective of the census evidence. And so Cinnamomum cassia has a much higher, 60-fold or so content of which was the medicine, coumadin or coumarin. So cassia has a very high content of it's either coumadin or coumarin, which is a pretty potent blood thinner. And cassia products can get you into, they can be a potent blood thinner. So that is of concern for certain medically vulnerable populations.
Right.
And you can use verum in higher concentrations without that potential.
But you wouldn't. So they would pretty much, if you're going to buy some cinnamon at the store, you're going to get cinnamon cassia.
Unless it says true cinnamon, Ceylon cinnamon, Cinnamomum zeylanicum, or verum. It's the default cassia.
Right.
I'll say now that I did your sucking experiment,
yeah,
it is very different.
Yeah.
And I can taste the pungentness that you were saying on the Vera. Nope, cassia. Cassia.
Mm-hmm.
It's still a little more forward in the flavor than the other one.
It
but,
is, yeah.
I'm actually a little surprised. Yeah, it is more identifiably.
As cinnamon, right, yeah. Yeah. Again, I think the sweetness that I was tasting before almost had like the sugary feel was the raisin.
Yeah.
So it's the but just using the raisin as a vessel to
I thought it would be kind of tacky. I thought it'd hold a bit of cinnamon.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
That's just what I had, buttheads, right?
So,
we wondered why you make a cinnamon toast crunch. I mean,
you gotta put put in safflower oil or something.
That's right. Could have put it on.
That.
Shame.
All right. So thank you for sharing your.
So where are we starting? Oh, sorry.
We're ending this one.
Okay.
And then we're gonna do the.
Thank
next
you for
one.
wrapping up the cinnamon.
The great debate, the great challenge.
The Cinnabon. This is Zach.
This is Jim.
This is Drew.
And this is the Backyard Road Trips. Thank you for listening. You can find us at backyardroadtrips.com or on social media at Twitter and Instagram and Facebook.